Goodest of evenings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How
How
about you?
I'm not happy, Jack.
Oh.
I felt hunger. I don't like the feeling of hunger. I don't feel hungry. So there's something going on with me where my body's like, fuck it. Let's feel hunger today.
That's weird.
Yeah. Normally I have to wait for like a grumbling in my belly for me to go, oh shit, I haven't put anything in there in a while. And instead I actually felt hunger. I'm like, I know it's weird to say, but it's not right to feel hungry when you're hungry, when you're me. And I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it at all. So I went upstairs and had one last bowl of that potato soup my son made. God damn, that shit's good. It's potato with cheese and bacon in there. Oh, it's nummy. And God bless him for making it. And then I come to set this up, and Telemundo claimed yesterday's stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck those guys.
Telemundo, you can go fuck yourself right in your fucking asses. I don't like you. Fuck you. Yeah, over the birthday party video. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's in English.
Yeah.
Maybe they bought the copyright from the girl who made the video. I don't know.
I doubt it.
But yeah, they claim the copyright on that video.
Fuck them.
They didn't give me a strike, so I don't care. So they can get the 3 cents that was going to make. Corey, thank you so much. Who says, hey, Monk, glad to see the show on. Love the sweatshirt. Thank you so much for picking it up. Can I show everybody that? Because there's a face in that picture. Do you mind if I put it on screen? Because that was awesome. Corey got his, what's it called?
Monko
Lantern. Yes, Monko Lantern. Your body may be adapting to your medication. You'd think it would have done that within the last, 2.5 years I've been taking it. But maybe. It could also be that things have been going really weird with my body lately, and there's that. Check it out, man. It's a Monko Lantern.
See, that looks really good. That's a good sweatshirt.
Yeah, I like it.
That thing is huge.
Like I said earlier, I really want one of those. I just couldn't wear it, so it wouldn't matter if I got one or not. Okay. Sorry, I'm hearing dinging in my ear, and I never know what that is. Oh, and then, of course, politics. Jack, I'm going to start right with the title of the stream. I got annoyed earlier.
What? You?
Yeah, I know, right? On Twitter, no less.
What?
I know, shocking. Corey, thank you for the support. I forgot to say that. I really do appreciate you guys supporting the show, whether it's watching, donating, or buying something. And I'm glad you got something for yourself. I hope you like it. Joe Biden put up another video where he seems to think he's still living in the 1960s.
Yeah.
He puts up this video with the tweet, something about Americans are like just now realizing that black people are proud Americans, and imagine what kind of pride it must take to be black in America and still love your country. And like, what? Who the fuck is out there questioning the patriotism of black people? Now, I've questioned the patriotism of specific black people, but it wasn't because of their skin color. It was because they were running around being dirty commie shitbags. And I will question your patriotism every time if you try to pull that shit in America. Yeah. I don't care who you are. But I've never heard anybody, questioning the patriotism of blacks.
No.
Well, and I said something to that effect, to which somebody else shot back. Let me read the exact quote here, Jack, because it actually made me laugh when I read it, because it was so fucking stupid. Hang on, I had it pulled up, and you know me, I clicked off.
Yeah, it happens.
Way too often for me. No. This one. Doobie-doo, where's she at? Don't refer to us as blacks. We aren't objects, and this isn't back in the day where y'all can objectify us. Black people is the correct term.
Oh, well, I'll put you in your place there, Whitey.
Shut the fuck up, lady. Man, I don't even know where to start with this one. It's just getting to the point of ridiculousness. I've always said that I find it really sad that midgets prefer the term little people.
Yeah.
Because it's condescending that you have to be reminded you're a person.
Yeah. You're like a person, but smaller.
Oh, look, it's a little people. Isn't it? It sounds like a fucking Fisher-Price toy.
It does. It probably is a Fisher-Price toy. It's like calling fat people weeble wobbles.
But now, this is Kyle. Thank you so much. Hello, chat people, Monkey and Jack. Hello, sir. Thank you for the donation. Hello. I'm not going to run around and just start calling everybody whatever they are plus people. I don't call people Jewish people. I say Jews. I don't call them white people. I say whites. I don't say Latino people. I say Latinos. Mexican people, I call Mexicans. It's almost like we have these identifiers that make it easy to convey what we're saying without an additional word we don't actually fucking need.
Yeah, I don't need to be reminded that blacks are people. I already know that.
It's a ridiculous fucking argument. And when you get to the point where you're talking about needing people to be said so you're not objectified, you have a pretty good fucking life. Yeah. When your complaint in life is that they don't say black people, you have a pretty good fucking life. And you should probably shut the fuck up and pay attention to it. Because you're probably missing it, all the great stuff as it goes by. As you watch CNN tell you how horrible your fucking life is. And clap for Joe when he tells you how bad it is. Meanwhile, you have the same opportunities as everybody else in the fucking country. You whiny little shit.
But the victim narrative helps us get free stuff.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, we're black people, thank you. Shut up. Just shut right up.
You live in a very comfortable society if that's your complaint.
Jane, thank you so much. Amazingly, this problem could be solved if we stopped identifying solely by our race, gender, or sexuality. It is amazing.
Well, if people would stop being obsessed with petty nonsense that doesn't matter, we'd all be a lot happier in life.
Well, here, sometimes it makes sense to say black or white or Jew, or like when you're talking about Mayor de Blasio rounding up the Jews.
Because he was.
It's something to point out. He's getting the Jews again. Because, I mean, everybody's like, Trump is Hitler. I'm like, have y'all looked at New York City? The guy running that place?
He really does not like Jews.
He does not like Jews at all, man. And he's come after them a few times.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We don't need to be this fucking petty about what we're bitching about.
Well, it just shows how comfortable everybody is in their first world country. You pull this shit in China and you're a Uyghur Muslim. We prefer Uyghur Muslim people. They just beat you some more.
It's nonsense. You're objectifying me. How the fuck is that objectifying?
Because she didn't like it. Ergo, you were objectifying.
Oh, man. They just destroy all words. And no, when I say they, I don't mean black people. I mean SJWs. I mean the left. I mean Democrats, basically. Because they're the ones who go in for this. And this is the same shit. You know what, Jack? I know I'm going to lose this battle. I know I am. Because I've lost all the other ones. Too many people are willing to just sit back and not question a fucking thing that goes on around them. And it's like, well, if saying blacks offends them, maybe we shouldn't say blacks. No, fuck you. I'll say what I want.
Well, there were other words, but those were frowned upon too.
True story. At least those ones you can point to and go, they're slurs.
Yeah.
But now you're actually blacks. You can't say that because it's objective. That's fucking retarded.
I'm telling you, this is going to breed way more racism than anything else. The people that are perpetuating this nonsense, doesn't matter what skin they are creating the problem they think they're fighting.
Becca says, makes note, they are no longer cunts, but are instead cunty people, right? Oh, man.
Oh, is that what POC stands for? Person of cunts?
Yes. That one, I saw, I had a lot of arguments in there because, of course, I did, because Joe's fans, they came out. I pointed out that Joe, he said very nice things about a member of the Klan.
Yeah.
Very nice things.
He's ignoring the problems of that idea out in Portland and Seattle.
I pointed out, using the exact language, mentor and guide. And somebody's like, oh, when did he say that? I'm like, well, right here. And I showed him a video. And they're like, well, you got it wrong. He links me to some fact check from some fly-by-night site.
Yeah.
That still admits the man was in the fucking Klan. And like, he wasn't the Grand Wizard.
No, he was the Exalted Cyclops.
But he did lead the group in his area.
Yeah.
I'm like, what point do you think you're making? And then the guy's like, what'd he say to me? Your argument is full of holes. I'm like, nothing I said was wrong. Like, why don't you just come out and say, I'm going to support Biden no matter what? I'm going to support him whether I think he sexually assaulted a woman or what. I'm going to support him no matter I think he's a racist or not. I'm going to support him no matter he bangs his sister or not. I don't know that he does that, but he does confuse his wife sometimes. So just come out and say that. Don't sit there and try to argue something you don't even know about.
That's never stopped anyone.
I had to tell this idiot about it. And he's like, well, shit. You're just holes in your argument. No, there wasn't. None. He's a little fucking racist. Or at least has been in his lifetime. Sorry. Has been in his lifetime. And whether it's hardcore racist or the soft bigotry of low expectations, Joe's got it. And Joe used to hang out with his little... What happened to Kamala calling him a racist? I'm sorry, she never called him a racist. She actually came out and said, I'm not calling you a racist, before she called him a racist.
She implied it.
She did. She comes out and says, I'm not calling you a racist, but I want to talk about how you were nice to these racist people. And I want to talk about how you didn't allow busing, or how you voted against busing. Like, well, if you're not saying he's a racist, why are you suggesting either of those two things happen? Why would either of those two things be worth bringing up? Because you were calling him a racist. Shrouded, thank you so much. Why does the Klan have so many stupid titles? Democrats.
That was actually so people would not believe anyone that tried to rat them out. They'd be like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they call themselves that? And it also led to their downfall because they used a bunch. Somebody got a hold of one of the books. I don't know if you know this, Monkey. I've brought it up before, I'm sure. Somebody got a hold of one of the Klan handbooks with all the terms in it and what it means. And they adapted it for the Superman radio show. Superman was fighting the Klan. And people were dropping out of membership because they could have their kid like looking at them saying, well, Superman beats these guys up.
I do remember you talking about that now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great book on it. Superman versus the Ku Klux Klan. It was a really interesting story because they did a lot with that book. It really helped bring down the Klan.
And there was a time that the Klan was a real problem in the United States.
Oh, yeah. They had a big march on Washington several times.
And it's not because they didn't say black people.
Yeah. It was for a lot of other fiery reasons. Fiery, but mostly peaceful by today's standards.
Fiery. There were a couple of ropey ones in there.
Yeah. Some gunplay. They were very bad people that did very bad things. And to sit around and nitpick about petty shit like putting person at the end is grow up.
I hate these people, Jack. And I know I say that every night, but I'm growing to hate them more.
I know, and that's because they're bringing a lot of problems on themselves that's foreseeable.
I also want to say, when I say that, I'm not saying I hate black people. I'm hating people like this stupid cunt who happens to be black.
Yeah.
Now, when I say that, like she happens to be black, am I supposed to say she happens to be black people?
I guess. I've heard they're a monolith in the voting, and Joe Biden said they're not that as diversified.
They're not diverse at all. He said they're not diverse. Yeah, they think exactly the same. We read an amazing story tonight, Jack, on Lords of the Night. It was this woman telling us how we're supposed to address black women, or what we not just address them, but how we're supposed to interact with them.
Oh,
I gotta find it. It was one of Frosted Glass's ones tonight.
Oh God.
Oh, there's a part of it that is fucking amazing. You're gonna be like, oh, really? All right, Frosted, where's your crazy shit? Was it this one? Yes. 8 things I wish you would stop doing to black women. It's got the X.
It does, really? Oh, this
Yeah.
is going to be a delight.
Daily as a black woman, I wake up incredibly grateful for all that comes with being one, and I wake up equally exhausted. That's the subheadline. Number 1, stop policing our tone. I'm skipping shit. I'm just going to the headlines. Stop policing our tone, language, and opinions. Thank you, Dark Resurrect, who says, howdy, Monk, Jack, and Chat Hooligans. This is a great time to remind you we're brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and please, please throw some money at my friend Jack here. He's a good person and deserves it. Oh, I forgot to tweet out the stream, man.
A bunch of us already did, so it should be all right.
Yeah, I got to find one of you who did and retweet them. There we go. Nuts did it. There we are. So number 1, stop policing our tone. Saying things like, well, if you just said this, or it feels like your tone is too aggressive and will push people away, is tone policing, and it needs to stop.
Yeah, bastards.
Number 2, stop asking us to do free labor. We don't need free publicity, access to your email list, or tagged IG posts in exchange for labor and burden we take when we do your work, or when we do work. When you show up for work, do you expect to get paid? It should be the same for us. And I agree with this one, except for I don't like how she makes it black people or black women, because that should go for all people.
Well, whenever they say labor, they sometimes mean nonsense stuff, like the work of educating others about their nonsense opinions.
In this case, if I'm getting what I'm thinking from it right, there's a lot of people who do this shit. Like, I'm looking for an artist who will do some commission work for me. I can't give you any money, but I'm going to shout you out on my Instagram.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
There are people who do this, and they do it to people of all different colors. In fact, most of the time, they don't even know what color the person is when they first do it. They're just shitheads.
Well, that's how the gram rolls, monkey.
I want to read the title again. 8 things I wish you would stop doing to black women. And this is number 3 on her list. Stop treating us as a monolith.
You mean like she's doing right now?
Yeah.
Well,
the very title of her article treats black women as a monolith.
I'm sure that Candace Owens will be real pleased with that.
Next up is stop not taking our word the first time we say it. Stop recommending white women who can educate us on our own stories. Stop creating space for us that actually don't center on us. Stop telling us how to do self-care and protect our own space, and stop positioning us against one another. But when number 3 undercuts your whole point in an 8-point list, maybe you should just shut the fuck up. A little free advice from Monkey. I've been giving that around the internet today.
It's good advice.
We read that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. The lack of self-awareness, man. The absolute lack of self-awareness.
It's everywhere these days. Using buzzwords and all this nonsense. Like, how many did she use there? 15, 20 buzzwords or
Easily.
buzz phrases?
Yeah.
There's no self-awareness because it's about it's sort of like a religious testimony at a revival.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it for the accolades and affirmation of it. It's not actually about achieving anything. It's just about the backpats and be like, oh, you're so wise. Oh
God, I'm trying to decide how I want to do my fucketry here. I think I'm just going to go in order from newest to oldest today. Usually I go oldest to newest, but I don't feel like scrolling down. That's how lazy I am tonight. I missed this the other day. There's a big story, and I don't know how we missed it, but Boeing is pulling out of Washington State.
yeah, I saw that. That happened a few days ago.
Yeah, this was on October 1st. Jay Inslee said, "Let me be clear. When the market for airplanes come back, Boeing must bring these jobs back to Washington State."
Yeah, he can go fuck himself. There's a reason they're leaving. They were talking about leaving 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Jay. Maybe if you made a state that was kind to business, one where you didn't have to worry that if you built it in the wrong part of town, it'd be burned down.
Yeah.
Where taxes aren't exorbitantly high. Exorbitant. Go ahead.
Close enough.
Yeah, I get it. You guys know what I meant. Exceedingly high. How about that? Maybe if you weren't a shitbag and treated companies who work in your state better, they wouldn't fucking leave.
Yeah, it's exactly that kind of attitude that really is why they left. And they left because it's an unfriendly business environment. He demanded taxes and all this other stuff from them that were punishing them. And South Carolina came around and was like, hey, we got lots of space.
I just love it. Boeing must bring these jobs back. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, why would they? And mostly they're a defense contractor.
Hey, what are you going to do about it, bitch?
Yeah, they do mostly federal stuff. So they left for a very specific reason, because you were punishing them and making them pay ridiculous amounts. They tried to leave a few years ago, like I said, and I remember they had some kind of contract with the state that they couldn't get out of. Is why they didn't send all the jobs then. Some sort of union thing.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons they wanted to leave.
He also said this. I'm skipping one of mine, so I'll have to go back a little bit. But he also said this today. What aircraft carriers were in World War II, masks are today. And I understand what the moron is trying to say. Aircraft carriers in the Pacific Theater changed the war. They just did. They allowed you to get airplanes almost anywhere. When it came to naval combat, once we took out the Japanese carriers, we ruled the seas.
Yeah.
It's just what happened. And I get what he's getting at there. It's supposed to be a game changer, you know, it's supposed to help us win the war. But that's a really fucking stupid thing to say.
Yeah, it was. And I've been looking for Japanese Zeros all day because I misunderstood that.
Yeah. I get you. Now I want to get a mask with the little rising sun on it and send it to him. Hey, there you go, bitch. Some of these idiots try a little too hard. They just try a little too hard. Trump has done this. I don't know if I've seen Biden do it as much, but there's a lot of people out there like, this is a war. It's not. It's a virus. It just is. We can't send bombs after it, you know? The closest we'll ever get to a bomb for this is if we somehow find a way to actually cure viruses.
Yeah.
Instead, Jay, this masks are well, they're kind of like masks. I feel like this is a much more appropriate analogy. Masks are like face coverings.
Yeah, those seem to be connected somehow.
Katie Hill's staff seems to have taken over her Twitter today.
Is it the one she was banging?
I don't know. I asked, and I don't think I've gotten a reply yet. But it said, this is from her official Twitter account. It's from Representative Katie Hill, which I don't think is the one she uses anymore. I can't remember if she still does or not. But it says, Katie's former staff here, disappointed in so many folks, including Elizabeth Moss, Bloomhouse, and Michael, somebody I can't say, Seitzman?
Oh.
Regarding today's announcement. And today's announcement was that they are making a television series based on her shitty book about how she just got wronged.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe don't bang your staffers.
Right. And you know what? The staff here, they were not kind to Katie. They're not kind to Katie at all in this thing. There's one part where they say she can be both victim and abuser. And then the rest of it is just about how she was abusive. And for those of you who don't know, Katie Hill was banging her staff members and had to quit Congress over it. She did bang somebody from her campaign staff, and it is alleged that she was banging some dude on her congressional staff.
Yeah.
But it's not kind to her at all. And they're upset that she's going to be making a lot of money off of, well, yeah, but more than that. Do you remember what Clarence Thomas got accused of?
Talking about pubic hair and Coke cans?
That and discussing porn.
Yeah.
Katie Hill was allegedly sleeping with her staff. During the Me Too thing. That all blew up during that. She was the boss. And this goes in there, like, even whether it's a male or female, if we're going to do Me Too, then we have to be consistent. By the way, whoever wrote that, you missed the boat. As soon as Biden got accused of fingering that chick, they took that off the record. Me Too died in that moment.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll come back at another time when it's convenient. But right now, they had to take it away because Joe Biden was accused.
Can't have that. He's our future president.
Yeah, this book of hers, it paints her in a very positive light. I haven't read it, but from what I've heard, she's the victim of everything. She's the victim of, what is it? Revenge porn. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Because somebody, probably her ex-husband, leaked those pictures.
Monster. I don't care.
You were still banging your staff. And this isn't revenge porn in the classic sense. This is proof that you were doing what was said. That there's no way you can get out of it now. And does that make it okay? I don't know. But it's not the same as them just doing it because they got mad at you for the divorce. They were doing it because they were proving that you were a cheating whore. John Migda, thank you. Digitizing monk. Yeah, I know. I said fingering. And I don't know, though. I said fingering the other day and we got away with it. So I think YouTube has stopped watching that so closely. Nut says, hello to everyone. I was looking for something, miss y'all. Were you looking for your bullshit poll, Miss CNN Nuts?
Thanks for dropping links.
Yeah, thank you for dropping the link, sweetheart.
You'd be nice to Nuts. She's a nice girl.
She's been calling me a fraud over on Twitter. How dare she?
Well, it's okay. Dog people are very upset that their animals are second best.
I don't blame them. I mean, if cats were second best, I'd probably be upset too. But instead, I'm nice and happy, as you can see.
Yeah, I saw your poll. It was totally scientific.
It was absolutely scientific. And Cats won by a large margin. I'm just saying.
Sure.
It was 70% with over 400 people voting. That's a good majority. Which, by the way, is more than voted in her poll combined. So,
Well, I mean, there might have been some vote rigging.
I think she probably has like 18,000 accounts she was logging into to vote on hers.
That's all she did all day was vote her own poll.
Aside accusing me of nefarious deeds, yes, that's all she was doing, was logging into new accounts.
Yeah, Evil One makes a good point. Cats don't bark all fucking night.
Yep. I've never heard Irate Bear go meow, 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 meow. Never had to.
Although I would laugh if he did that.
That'd be great. Meow, 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 meow. What else do we have here? Donald Trump said he's going to totally declassify any and all documents pertaining to the greatest political, I'm reading it verbatim now, greatest political crime in American history, the Russia hoax. Likewise, the Hillary Clinton email scandal. No redactions.
Dude, I laughed for about 5 minutes when I read that, and I had to triple check to make sure it was his account.
Oh, dear Lord, if that happens. That could be interesting.
Oh my God, it'll be hilarious. Especially if he drops that, if they manage to dump even half of that stuff before the election.
And that says I put up a fair poll. Fair in your mind. My poll was fair. There were two different choices.
From a certain point of view, based on what Obi-Wan said.
Look, she put up a biased poll. And we can tell it's biased because she only put up that poll in response to mine. That shows a bias right there. It was politically motivated against me. CNN nuts.
Oh, she's not fake news. She's just
she was fake news when she was calling my poll biased.
I think you're both fake news at this point.
Dare you, sir? I would really like to see all of the unredacted documents from this. Because apparently he's going to even, I mean, that goes into Flynn and everything, which would give us the unredacted documents from when Joe Biden and the president were in the room when this shit was being talked about.
I wonder how that would affect his lawsuit.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, the very notion there has many of us salivating. I just want to see what it says. I want to see who all was involved.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of Brennan's notes came out the other day, and that sounded pretty damaging from what I've heard about it. But if he releases everything like this and Barr does it, then yeah, this could be really interesting because we will get to see a lot of behind-the-scenes dirty laundry. And this really could be one of the biggest political scandals in American history.
There was an article the other day, and I forget where I saw it, but that the current head of the CIA, I forget her name, is refusing to release documents that she was supposed to have released already, and she's claiming that she can't release that.
Yeah.
Well, if the president declassifies it, oops.
There's a lot of talk. That's what this is in response to.
That's what, when I first heard it, that's where I went. Like, it's got to be in response to that. And look, she was Brennan's understudy. They probably should not have kept her.
No, they should have got rid of her.
Bring in somebody else that you trust, Trump. You should have put Pence there because he's the only guy in Washington you can trust.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny to find out he's the one that's leaked everything?
That'd be funny.
But yeah, I hope they do, and I hope it's released soon. The October surprise, Jack.
Yeah, man, it's that time of the election cycle where you just dump out all the dirty secrets of your enemies and hope for the best. I think this is going to win him a little bit of support from people once they start seeing the paperwork.
Oh yeah,
that's why I hope it comes out before the election. So I know most of the media won't cover it, but If anything, it might drive a few people out to the polls, and he needs the support right now.
If there's things that come out that the Democrats just can't deny, because so far they've been denying that Biden or Obama had any part in any of this, even though we know they had a part of it.
Well, they deny things that are on video, so it doesn't really surprise me too much.
I am so sorry, guys. I'm really tired. I thought about not doing a show, Jack. That's how tired I am tonight. I know, but I couldn't. It's almost like a drug. I missed this the other day. There was one day, early this week, the weekend, somewhere where I just didn't do a show, and I felt wrong all day. I was like, I did not get on there and just bitch for 2 hours.
It's fun.
I need that in my life. But yeah, we saw today a lot of people were talking about the Russia hoax, and then Trump dropped this bombshell, and I ain't seen nobody talking about it since.
Nope.
Now, in fairness, he did drop this kind of late in the evening. This was like right before Lords of the Night. This dropped at about 8 o'clock ish. I want to say is when he posted that. Where's the timestamp? 8:41. So yeah, even later than I thought. I just remember seeing it before the show, and like, damn.
But he probably got word from someone that CIA chick wasn't going to drop any info like she was supposed to. And he's like, oh, fuck this. I'm tired of this crap.
Yep. And he has that authority, guys. He can declassify any fucking thing he wants to. Literally anything. He could declassify nuclear secrets if he wanted to.
Oh,
they would kick him out if he tried, but.
Well, yeah. That reminds me, I need to respond to him. A UFO disclosure now.
Yeah, so I look forward to that. Now, the problem is how long it takes to get those released. Hopefully, they're released soon enough, because it's October 7th. I mean, he's president through the end of the year. If you guys have enjoyed Trump's presidency so far, imagine Trump losing this election and the next 2 months of Trump getting to do whatever he wants. A lame duck Trump.
I would rather have 4 more years of this than anything with Biden and Harris, because as funny as the short term will be, the long term will terrify me more.
I get you there, but I kind of want to see lame duck Trump, where he doesn't have to worry at all about re-election, and where he's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm burning everything down. I'm going to declassify every dirty secret in the government.
Oh, that'd be awesome if he did that. But he could do that over the next 4 years.
He could, because he doesn't have to worry about re-election if he's re-elected.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, especially Trump being his ego, the bruising that would take, his vindictiveness. Oh, my.
Yeah. Well,
oh, my.
I'm mostly just scared of what would happen if Biden and Harris win, because I don't think we can handle a Harris administration. That's terrifying.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the vice presidential debate is tomorrow, where Trump still has COVID. I mean, things could still go screwy for him there. That is possibly a presidential debate we're watching tomorrow.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Yeah. Well, we know it is from one side. There is no fucking way Joe Biden makes it 4 years. There's no fucking way.
No.
He can barely make it an hour and a half.
Evil One brings up that tweet. Did you see the one where I think it was a fake one, but I'm not sure, where Trump said he had to stay home until 2024?
No, I didn't see that.
He had to stay home at the White House until 2024.
Yeah, the next one that I had here was another one that this Peter Strzok, fucking people in our media are still paying attention to that evil demon of a piece of shit human. This is the guy who was banging Lisa Page while they were both married, and texted her to say that he would stop, or that they would stop the election of Donald Trump. That was stuff that was found out during all of this. What the hell were they doing? Investigation. It's a member of the FBI saying that.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we were just talking, y'all. I just meant we would beat him at the polls. You didn't say that you'd beat him at the polls. You said that you'd stop it from happening.
Yeah.
It's very weird language, sir. Very weird language. But anyway, he was talking about some of the Russiagate stuff. And Strzok says this. There's not anything nefarious there. Trump's allies are trying to claim that Clinton spun all this up. This is clearly false. Her campaign did not. As I did on Lords of the Night, I just want to remind everybody. Hillary Clinton hired Fusion GPS. Fusion GPS hired a British spy, Dick Steele. Is that Richard Steele?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Mr. Steele, whatever. Mr. Steele went over to Russia and hooked up with his Russian contacts to come up with this utterly bullshit story that was used in the Steele dossier, which kicked off the entire Russia investigation.
A Russian who was also a known potential national security threat.
Yes. I forgot that part. The people we know were working with a foreign government were from the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign, because the DNC also hired Fusion GPS. The only reason this isn't a bigger story is because our press won't make it one. This should be huge.
Yeah, this is a big scandal, especially if Clinton hired all these people and Obama and Biden knew about it.
And instead, I read this from who is this guy again? He's columnist at the Washington Post, Josh Rogan. He's tweeting that out. He's tweeting out the words of a known fucking liar who got fired for being incompetent as fuck. John Migda, thank you. I got women to pee on Monk's bed. Well, somebody said it. It must be true. If the press had any credibility at all, the big story would be the Clinton campaign, what the DNC did.
Yeah.
This is the same DNC that tried cheating Bernie Sanders that same year.
Well, they did. It just didn't matter a whole lot.
It didn't matter, yeah. Which was stupid because, one, she was going to win the election anyway, and two, they had the superdelegates. Yeah. They didn't have to do all that other shit. But they still tried. Yeah.
It wasn't about whether or not they had to do it. It was that they could do it.
Yep. And so they did. And now I'm supposed to believe Peter Strzok, that fucking lunatic looking motherfucker, and his little whore that he was banging there for a while. Now, some people are like, why do you call her a whore and not him? I have more respect for whores than to call him one. And I mean that sincerely, Jack. Oh, yes, yeah. He was a dirty cheater, and that's fine. But that is a subhuman piece of shit right there.
Oh, he's a traitor.
Isn't he the one that after the Olive Flynn stuff was done, he was the one that went back and said, wait. If I remember correctly, that was him. Or was he the one that recommended it be closed and then got reopened? I know he was involved there.
I don't remember.
But, yeah. Fuck that guy.
But he always claims to have information that he doesn't, just like who was that idiot? The one Congress guy that was always on CNN.
Oh, that could be anyone. Real quick, Ebony says, I just saw the bit about the voting ballots. Are we talking about the ones in California? Did you see that, Jack?
No.
Reportedly, and I haven't confirmed this myself, but reportedly ballots were sent out without the presidential nominees on there.
Yeah, okay.
They're asking if you mean Schiff.
Oh yeah, Schiff. Shifty
oh,
Schiff.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
like I said, I haven't independently confirmed that, but yeah, apparently ballots went out in California without the presidential nominees on it.
That's
Which it's California, so it doesn't matter. It's going for Biden. Again, guys, this is the state that was called literally the minute polls closed for Hillary Clinton.
yeah. But it's the principle of the matter. Yeah, if they do it in California, they'll do it somewhere else.
But yeah, so the press is still trying to play up Russiagate, for fuck's sake. It's been 4 years. You guys were wrong. You backed the wrong horse.
No, they're never wrong. You just refuse to see it. You're believing Trump's lies.
Ebony says I was talking to Richo about it. He mentioned it. Sorry, Richo. Credit where due. Yeah, I saw that earlier today, and like I just didn't have time to look into it real deep. This one's really important to me, Jack.
Oh yeah,
this one's very important to me because I saw this tweeted out today, and it needs to stop, and it needs to stop yesterday. Burger King, for the love of fuck, you've made him a little less creepy.
He looks angry and creepy now.
Or he looks like he's how can I put this? Giving a French fry to a child mid-thrust.
Yes.
Get rid of Pedo King, for fuck's sake.
Look, he's freaky and creepy. The marketing campaign was smart and it worked. But it's time to move on.
I feel like if anything that has hurt Burger King more than it's helped them. Especially in one of their ads where it's literally him stealing ideas from McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What now? What was it supposed to convey? That I should just go to McDonald's? Okay.
That's what I got out of it.
Look, I like Burger King. I like most fast food, guys. I'm not a discerning eater. You need a better palate, monkey. Fuck you. You need a shittier one so you can enjoy food like I do. But that Pedo King, I don't like it at all. Never have. It's horrible. If that was somewhere, I wouldn't take. Come get your pictures taken with the king. Like, no. I don't want him to even know what my children look like.
Right?
And they're grown. Well,
did you ever see that one commercial where the lady goes outside and he just appears with a sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nightmare fuel.
It's just fucking weird.
Dangerous has a good idea. Get a creepier mascot. Have Joe Biden sniffing people's food.
I don't think that's creepier than that guy.
It's kind of an even split. Depends on the day.
I think the only way you could get creepier is if you have Candy Van actually in a candy van offering Whoppers to little kids.
Don't give him ideas, monkey.
He should be their new mascot since they want to have creepy pedos as their fucking. Oh, hate that shit. Eddie Van Halen died, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Eddie Van Halen. I didn't realize he was as old as he was, but even as old as he was, that made me feel like, holy shit, Eddie Van Halen was 65?
I thought he was older than that, actually.
I have trouble seeing people that I watched growing up as that old.
I know.
Well, he was born in 55, I believe is the date.
Wow.
So, yeah. When 1984 came out, he was 29, which was the first Van Halen album that I might have heard Diver Down first, but the first one I really listened to was 1984. So, like, what? He's got to be 50 now, right? I can't have aged that much. He can't have. And you see pictures of him, and he looks like he's from a. Have you seen the pictures from before he died when he had his hair cut short?
Yeah, he looked kind of rough.
That Van Dyke, and he looks like he's actually from like a country band that goes to local county fairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like damn, that's Eddie. Yeah, he what was it? Some cancer. I looked it up and I can't remember.
Throat cancer.
Throat cancer. He had tongue cancer years back and had to have a third of his tongue removed.
Jeez.
Yeah. And at the time, I read about this today. Don't think I'm like some Eddie aficionado. I just went and read about him today because Eddie Van Halen died. He attributed it to that's where he always kept his picks.
Yeah, the metal picks. The metal.
He said he always used brass or lead. Was it? I forget what the other steel. Maybe I can't remember. And that's where he always kept it. And doctors, they didn't say yes that that's exactly what it was, but they said it's possible. So he had to have a third of his tongue removed.
Well, between that and all the smoking, because he was a chain smoker.
Yep. Lots of drugs and alcohol until the late aughts.
Yeah, that I'm sure did not help his cause.
Which is weird because I thought this, but I had to look it up today. Eddie didn't quit alcohol until 2008.
Wow.
His older brother gave it up. I want to say it was either the 70s or the 80s. Alex Van Halen, the drummer. Their dad was an alcoholic and he didn't want to be like that. So it took him about a year to kick it. But yeah, he kicked it way back then. And Eddie's like, fuck you, I'm getting drunk.
Wow.
Yeah, so man, I went and watched Jump today. It's the first one of their songs because when this happens, you get a little nostalgic.
Yeah.
Went back, I listened to Jump, I listened to Panama, I listened to Hot for Teacher. Oh God, that video is so inappropriate for children.
So awesomely inappropriate.
I mean for the children in the video.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. They've seen worse these days.
Well, these days, sure. But you got a woman in a very small bikini dancing across desks as they look up like they're at a strip club. Like, yeah.
Just
all right.
Prepared them for later in life.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. No, turns out they're all axe murderers.
Probably.
It ruined them all. You got to love those women though. Like, wait, you want me to go dance sexy in front of a bunch of children? How much are you paying?
Yeah, you back enough money up at their house, they'll do it.
I just get to be in a Van Halen video. Cool, Yeah, but yeah, as soon as the keyboard started on Jump, I was like, I was back in time for just a moment, Jack.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad each used to have trucks, and we rode around in the back of them. There weren't no seatbelts. There wasn't no heat back there. All we had was whatever we brought with us, and my sister always brought a radio. And yeah, we sit back there and just sing songs. And yeah, that was Van Halen's Jump, man. That was iconic at the time. So many people were like freaked out because Eddie wasn't playing guitar at the beginning of that. And then he's got his guitar solo later on in the song, but he was a classically trained pianist.
Huh.
Him and Alex both, actually. Well, Twisted Sister, they didn't have like grade school kids with strippers dancing above them. And as for Cinderella, I don't know what song you're talking about. I wasn't a big Cinderella fan. I think the only Cinderella song I know is oh fuck.
Don't know what you got.
Don't know what you got. Yeah. It's the only one I know. I wasn't a big fan, and their lead singer creeped me out. I was a freaky looking dude, man.
Well, they were no slaughter. What can I say?
And I want to say that as somebody who's a fan of Twisted Sister and had no problem with Dee Snider and all that, or Dee Snider and all of that makeup on his face.
Well, when you're worse than an ugly dude in drag, then
You ever see him without his makeup? It's like, yeah, put that shit back on.
Yeah, he's not an attractive fella.
That's an ugly fucker. He knew what he looked like. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Make me uglier. Talking about old people music now. If you're a fan of music, you should know Eddie Van Halen, for fuck's sake. Eddie is one of the greatest guitarists of all time, man. There's a lot. I want to ask you about this, Jack.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of people who don't think Beat It would have been as big of a song without Eddie's solo. And I got to be honest, I think it takes away from the song.
I don't know. I think it's a personal preference thing. And I'm not a huge Michael Jackson fan. So I know that offends you, but
no, I mean, if you're not a fan of the music, I get that. But I guess at the time, because I mean, we're talking the MTV years, but I feel like Thriller was such a big album that it wouldn't have mattered.
I don't think it would have mattered to the album sales, but I could see where people would find it distracting. I don't know. It was a kind of an odd choice for the song.
I just feel like, yeah, it doesn't really go with the song, and reportedly Michael liked it, which is fine. Corey, thank you. Have you seen the music video for Girls, Girls, Girls? Yeah, of course I have. That's fuck. I just had their thing. Motley Crue.
Yeah,
Crue sings Girls, Girls, Girls. I knew I'd get there eventually.
They also sang Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Smoking in the Boys' Room, they did. And Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away.
Yeah.
Which I love that song because it starts out as this slow ballad to this girl that he's breaking up with. And then it takes like 3/4 of the song to get to where they're like, yeah, just get the fuck out. Now that's rock and roll. No, yeah, Eddie was a big part of my growing up, man. We used to listen to a lot of that shit. And it was one of those, I didn't cry because I wasn't that kind of fan. But, just one of those reminders of mortality. Those are always fun to get in the middle of a fucking day.
Yeah.
You know all the gay songs, monkey. I don't know what you suck dick to, man, but if that's your soundtrack, that's cool. That's not nice.
That was very not nice.
But they were trying to call me gay.
No, you just like gay music.
I feel like if they take a shot at me, it's okay to take a shot back.
Oh, just work here.
Your gay hair is talking about what?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but the last thing we were talking about when these comments popped up was Crew.
They're 10 seconds behind us, remember? They're 20 seconds.
They're not that far behind us.
I don't know. I don't keep track of the time. I would ascribe to your colonialist time frames.
Oh, man. Speaking of gay, look up the definition of Cocktober. I'm okay.
Nice try. Not falling for that again.
Emily says, I don't think I'm voting this turn. As long as it's an educated choice and not laziness, I support your decision.
Yeah, absolutely. That's your right.
But don't do it just because I don't want to go to the polls today. There's a lot of people who are voting who shouldn't be. Sorry, YouTube. Get as mad as you want about that statement, but there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there who are going to be casting votes. Luckily, they cancel out each other in a lot of cases, but who have no idea who they're voting for. Like that guy I talked to today. What do you mean Joe Biden called a KKK member his mentor? Like, bitch, it's not like that just happened.
No, but that video has been scrubbed from a lot of places.
So, like, some of us haven't been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, we got a lot of dummies out there voting.
Well, that's how big tech likes it.
Yeah. They don't seem to want you too informed, to be honest with you.
Nope.
Get out and vote, Trump people. You know, I saw something today that actually made me go, whoa. I watched a lot of Crowder. And Crowder so far has been on the train, and I've seen people in here who've obviously been watching his stuff. Don't pay attention to the polls. That's what the polls all used to say. He put out a video today or yesterday, I forget which, called "What to Do When You're Discouraged" or something like that. And it was the first time I've seen him really sound like he's worried that Trump could lose.
Yeah. Well, the polls aren't looking good. They're way beyond margin of error. Yeah, if you're a Trump supporter, you better get out and vote because every vote's going to count. But yeah, it's not looking real good if you go by the polling.
It's not looking very good at all. And again, yes, I know 2016. Believe me, nobody's beat that drum more than me.
But
about
Hillary was like 4 points ahead, and some of these polls are showing Biden 16 and 18 points ahead.
Yeah, and again, they are, of course. I mean, they're still skewed in a manner. Like I told you guys yesterday or the day before, they are asking likely voters, and they are over skewing them towards Democrats, which actually could end up hurting Democrats. There's an argument against polls that says, when you give people that much, that kind of false sense of security, that, well, then there's no reason for me to go vote. Everybody else is going to go do it for me. I don't know how. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to light a candle. I don't have my candle lighter anymore. It was stolen to light birthday candles or something one day. And this candle holder is really... Jack, you ever have a village candle?
Yeah.
This is the 2-wick village candle. And my hand is too big to fit inside of it. So I'm trying to get this lighter position just right to hit the bottom of this fucking thing so I can light this goddamn. So that's why you keep hearing the clicking. Anyway, I don't know how many people are that lazy. Like, oh, other people are going to go vote that for me. And it might be a thing. Oh, I got it. Yeah, bitches. But that might depress the vote a little bit. And I don't mean make it sad, guys. I mean, lower it a bit. I just don't know how big of a problem they've ever found that to be. It seems more like stuff people theorize about than I've ever actually seen a poll. Like, how many people didn't come out to vote this time because they saw, results that said their candidate was going to win? I don't think I've ever seen an actual poll on that.
I don't know. But all I know is that there's a strong possibility of heavy cheating in this one, and it's going to require everybody that is supporting their candidate to go out and vote. So I think there's going to be a lot of shenanigans with this one, and they're doing everything they can to depress the Republicans from voting. Now, I know that the polls are skewed, but there's a point where it's not that skewed.
Ebony says apparently Biden's leading in Florida. Look, it was not a good week for Trump. It wasn't. Polls go back and forth, and Trump could come back out. I think Trump has played this election really poorly, to be honest with you. We were talking tonight about the stimulus that they want passed. That time was a different kind of candle I was lighting. And there's this notion that Trump should just give the Democrats the stimulus, give them all the extra money so they can get the money that the people need to them, which is stupid. Sorry, that's a asinine way to run things. That's part of how we got into the problem we're in right now.
Yeah.
Trump should have been out there daily demanding that Democrats send him a bill that just helps the people. Any of this other shit you want to do, you can do it later. Just give me money for the people, money to help them pay their rent, money to help them. Why are you Democrats holding this up? Joe, do you support them holding this up? That's what he should be banging his chest on about. And instead, he's all over the place. Put your fucking mask on, dude. There's no reason That's a stupid hill to die on. As president, that is a dumbass hill to die on. Unless you're going to come out against masks, just wear the goddamn thing. Don't, and especially now that he's caught the COVID, whether he caught it while he was wearing that mask, by the way, very possible. It doesn't matter. The look of it, the optics are enough. And yeah, he just announced he is. Yes, Kylus, I know. He just announced that tonight. With what? Less than a month to go before the election? I mean, maybe he can start beating that drum and blaming the Democrats for not getting it done already. It's an uphill fight anyway because you're fighting against the press when you're like, the Democrats won't just send a clean bill, you know?
Yeah.
You've given them tons of ammunition against you. And it's weird to me that like the confirmation of Barrett is taking as long as it is. You should have had her ass in there the next week.
Well, that's the Republicans' fault.
It is. But he waited a week before he nominated her, when apparently he knew it was going to be her within 2 or 3 days. He had sent her the letter asking. Dragging his feet. Maybe he doesn't want to win again. I don't know. But whoever's running his campaign is fucking retarded. You can't count on the meme folks on Twitter to help you out anymore because half of them have gone over to Joe and the other half been kicked off the platform. Same with Facebook. You can't count on that.
Well, you can't count on any of the big tech. They're silencing everybody.
Yep. And that was a lot of his support before. It's, yeah. This has been a completely horribly mismanaged campaign. And if he manages to pull it out, it'll be in spite of his campaign rather than because of it.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the declassification is a Hail Mary move or a planned move. If I had to guess, I would think it was in response to the CIA chick saying that she's not going to release documents. There are people that think she's dragging her feet until after Joe Biden wins so that she can just go, okay, we're not doing any of it.
Yeah. That would not surprise me.
Yeah. But, I mean, could it have been a Hail Mary? Sure, it could be. It could be an attempt at an October surprise.
I think it's just in response to that CIA check.
Yeah, because it would have made more sense to do it a month ago and to get enough time to get all the documentation out.
Yeah.
It takes a bit of time to collate all that. She was in on it from the beginning. Who?
CIA chick, probably.
Oh, well, that's been the apparently it's going to look very embarrassing for her. That's what they said.
Well, if she was Brennan's assistant, that wouldn't surprise me at all if she had a hand in this.
Yep. So he could have just been like, yeah, do it now. And Eagle says, no, it doesn't. Well, there you go. I've been corrected. They just release it all immediately. We're talking thousands and thousands of documents, even released all. We're still finding out things from the FBI releases that we've seen already. Because there's a lot of shit in there, Jack. And unless you have Judicial Watch with like an extra large team that day. But if they just release it to everybody, just put it out there to the public, yeah, people will find the important stuff quickly.
Hopefully.
And we'll see what happens. Oh, man. And finally, I want to talk on this, Jack. I woke up to this. It's one of the first things I saw. First, I saw Eddie Van Halen was dead, and I'm like, damn. And I saw this tweet from this chick named Laura. She's kind of cute. I don't know who she is. She follows Jesus, and she's a wife and a mama, so good for her. She obviously takes it. Doesn't make you use condoms. Makes her a good person.
Yeah.
She says, "You want to be safe. I want to be free. We're not the same." That resonates with me, man.
I know.
Resonates with me in a way that I wish it did with more people. Because safety's nice, Jack.
Yeah.
You put on your seatbelt when you get in a car.
Safety is a bonus, not the norm.
The problem with shooting for safety is you will never be safe enough.
No, there's always something that's going to hurt you. But we're all going to die. It's a fact of life. It's time to accept that.
When you're shooting for safety, you're letting the government control everything. Your diet, your living arrangements, your job, everything. Because all they have to do is tell you you're not safe.
Yeah,
if you don't let us do this, you're not safe.
Safety issue. We have to.
Oh my God. I don't want to be in danger. Freedom isn't safe, man. Freedom is scary, Jack, if you're doing it right.
Life's scary in general. It's just something you don't think about all the time.
Well, and that's true. Life is scary. But the difference between searching for freedom and searching for safety is that if you're searching for safety, you get that minuscule, it's almost an adrenaline thing when they make you safe this time.
Yeah, you get a little dopamine hit and like, oh, I'm safe.
You're constantly looking for that. When you're just free, you're like, that shit might happen. I'm going to go have fun. And that I definitely tend more to the have fun part of life than keep me safe part of life.
Yeah. Well, you can't live in fear. That's not living. That's just existing and fighting for basic survival. That's not any way to go through life. There's a lot more to life than that.
You know why I wear my seatbelt? I don't want a ticket. That's the only reason I wear my seatbelt. I don't give a fuck about it. If I go flying through a windshield, I go flying through a windshield. I'm very much of the. I'm not religious, Jack, but I kind of believe in fate. When it's my time, it's my time. It's not going to matter whether I have a seatbelt on or not. You know?
Yeah.
Just is what it is. And oh look, they died with the seatbelt on. Do you want that to be you? I mean, I don't want them ever to say, "Oh, look, he's dead." But it's going to happen one day, and I prefer to live until it happens rather than be some pussy ass piece of shit sitting in their home worried all day long that something bad might happen. Something bad might happen. Well, yeah. You're alive. Jack, you know how I got crippled?
Nope.
Me neither. I was just sitting there. That's it. That's all I was doing.
Well, that's one of the curveballs life throws at you.
Felt pretty safe at the time.
Yeah.
Expo Hotep, thank you. The amount of ones I've rolled in Baldur's Gate so far is ridiculous. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. I will play as soon as I can. Eagle says it was the wrath of God. Some people might think that, and some people might think I deserve it. But yeah, I don't buy into that. I was just sitting there. Or maybe I was standing there, Jack, because I don't know exactly when it happened. When I got the first pain, I was sitting down. And yeah, so anything can happen at any time.
Oh, yeah.
My mother-in-law broke her collarbone changing her shirt. She took off her shirt and snapped. Which, by the way, she needs to drink more milk.
Apparently.
Yeah. But they were so, she told them what they were doing, and they're like, oh, yeah, you probably just pulled something. They didn't even x-ray her that day.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I think I told that story before. She goes to her doctor who sends her for an x-ray, and like, that's broken. And My wife calls the hospital like, why didn't you egg? My wife was hot. My wife doesn't get mad all that often. She was hot. And the bitch actually said to her, well, we're not going to charge her for that visit. My wife, you're goddamn right you're not. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm not on the other end of that call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually said that to her. We're not going to charge her for that. Like, you didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Give me freedom every day, man. Do you remember the freedom when you were first allowed to go off, like, say, to the mall by yourself? Or for us growing up, I mean, they used to have like ship picnics and stuff. And we were little, we had to stay right by mom. But as we got older, we were allowed to wander further and further off. And the first time we were allowed to, like, okay, you guys just have to be back here by X o'clock. Or the first time we went to an amusement park and our parents said that, be back by X. We didn't give a shit about safety. We're just happy to be free. I feel like people need that in their lives.
I think people are afraid of that now. Think about it. The helicopter parents have really ruined that. And all the Karens that will report you if your kid is out wandering around all free range.
Oh, man, we were free range all the time.
Yeah, it was normal back in the 70s and 80s. But as time has gone on, more and more people are concerned about what you're doing as a parent and why you're not immediately hovering over your child every second so that you can get in trouble. Some of it's because of lawsuits. Some of it's because parents just can't let go. Yeah, we're very much becoming a nanny state, Caramon. That's exactly right.
Man, just that sense of freedom, man. I remember the amusement park was the one that rings out the most with me. Because we went to, I think we were at Busch Gardens that day. And me and my older brother were allowed to, my little brother was allowed to come with us, but he decided to stay with my parents. And we were like, what time do we need to be back? We will see you then. And I didn't see my parents again for the rest of the day. It was great. What a fun feeling that is.
Yeah.
Imagine if some of these people let their hair down and just let go.
They can't. They're very high-strung people because they live in fear of everything.
I just can't imagine being that way. I believe you, and I get that that's what it is. I can't imagine being that way.
That's because you're not a giant pussy. And your parents weren't hovering over you all the time. They let you have that freedom to make decisions and make mistakes. And that's something we're lacking in society now.
I don't know how we get that back.
I don't think we're going to get it back for a while. The way things are going, we're going to lose more and more of our freedoms.
I don't think we can ever get that back. That's one of those things that when it's gone, the only thing that'll change it is revolution.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at all the mask mandates and stuff like that. It's just to see how far they could push people and how much they could take from you and how much you'll do. I think you should wear your mask as a responsible adult toward other people, but we've seen how they've pushed it to an extreme. All these lockdowns, like your state especially.
Oh yeah.
They're just seeing what they can get away with and what people will, where the line is.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, it looks like they're going to get whatever they want. And most people are going to take it. They're going to fall in line and do what they're told. And you have people out there rioting and looting, and that's okay because they're the chosen ones. Don't you dare push back against it. And once you lose your freedoms, they're gone. You don't get them back.
Man, I just don't understand living your life that way. Imagine if all those kids that are out there at Antifa right now doing that stupid shit had to be home by dark.
I think most of them would probably comply because they believe in the greater good nonsense. They're true believers in the socialist utopia nonsense. Because right now they have a cause. I
think they'd still be out there because they're trying to bring about that cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is what they want. They want a new mommy and daddy.
Red Sun, I was free ranged until the late 90s. I was until I put a ring on it. That ended my free ranging days. I think that's why I don't mind being lost, Jack. it drives Lady Monkey to be. If she gets lost, she's nuts until she finds her way again. I don't mind being lost. One, I'm horrible with directions, so I get lost all the time. And if that was a problem for me, I would have lost my mind a long time ago. But the only thing that bothers me about getting lost is sometimes it takes me a while to get where I'm going. And I know Lady Monkey's at home wondering what the hell happened to me. But if it's just me, I don't care. My daughter was in a very bad mood one time we were visiting my wife's dad, and she was just learning to drive. I'm like, get in the car. We're gonna go for a ride. And my wife goes, "You don't know anything around here." I'm like, "Go, leave me alone." So we jumped in the car and we just drove. We got lost as fuck. We had to ask a cop where we were supposed to be.
That happens.
Yeah, and got back. My daughter was in a better mood. I was in a great mood. Get lost sometimes, guys. It's fun. Lost is the start of an adventure. Absolutely. Just wander off into the wood. Now, okay, I need to be careful saying that. Know which woods you're going into. Don't go into one that's like 1,200 acres wide because you're going to die in that motherfucker. But if you go into a small wooded area, just go in there and wander around. Have fun. You'll find the edge eventually.
Go to a metro park.
Yeah, a bunch of pussies, man.
People are afraid of everything now because they buy into the media hype and they're scared. They've never been without a supervisor. Look at all these kids. They want somebody to take care of them.
Crimea River, that's how you say that. No, you get lost. I like being lost. Lost is fun. Lost is where you see things you didn't see before and you find things you didn't know were there.
Sometimes it's the scary part of town.
I like being scared too, Jack. I enjoy scary movies, and that game we've been playing scares the hell out of me. There was a part in that game tonight, Jack, where, yeah, my heart actually was pounding pretty hard. That's in a game where I know I'm safe. It was fun, though, man. We're wandering around this one cabin, and I'm walking right past this part, and the ghost didn't speak, but it just went real loud into my ear. I was like, nope, fuck this shit, I'm out. And that says I like that game. I love that game. That game's a lot of fun. I mean, I feel like we've lost part of America with everybody wanting to be so damn safe.
Oh, yeah. We've lost the fundamental spirit of America.
Pioneers, man.
Yeah, sense of adventure, the whole thing about being kind of the rogues and going out and doing stuff. Nobody wants to do anything anymore. They just want to sit at home and take.
If these people were there in the early days, Lewis and Clark would have never been allowed to go out. Like, you don't know what's out there. Yeah, we're going to go find out. No, you can't. It might be dangerous.
You might hurt a tree frog on some indigenous land. Oh, thank you, Frank, for the donation. Freedom and getting lost are the best parts of going on a motorcycle ride. That's what they tell me.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not a bike rider now with this. I never will be, but I can see the allure. I had such a bad sense of direction when I first started driving. I got better at always becoming lost and figuring it out for myself. Well, I've never gotten better at it. Jack, I just get lost and be like, well, I guess it's time to stop and ask somebody where I'm supposed to be. That's what gas stations are for. Like, how do I get to the highway from here? And they're like, it's right there. You can see it. I'm like, oh, well, shit. Y'all have a good day.
Right? I've done that before. Eagle said he hates GPS. Give him a map. I'm with you on that one. I don't trust the GPS, but give me a map. I can figure out where I'm at.
If I have a road map, I can do that too. I just don't like to. Plus, I like to Jack, once I've gone someplace, usually about 4 times, I can get there again. But if I haven't driven, like told you the story about getting lost going to the lake. I think I've told you that. I actually drove all the way around the lake the wrong way.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Well, if you leave my house and go the right way, it only takes like half an hour to get there. If you go the wrong way, it takes like about 2.5 hours. And yeah, I noticed because I get to this one street and I'm like, what city does that say I'm in? And I'm like, oh, I know that ain't where I'm supposed to be. So I hung a left and just another left. And yeah, sure enough, I ended up back at the place I was supposed to be, coming in from the wrong side. But I had never been the one who'd driven there before. I have to be the one who drives it to know, to get the muscle memory for it. And I was like, nah, I got this, baby. I was supposed to go up there and pay for the camping spot, which I did eventually. But yeah, it took forever. And it was great when I got home. Before I could say anything, Lady Monkey went, you got lost, didn't you? I'm like, yes. Yes, I
believe
did.
it's called spatially misplaced.
Oh, man. I'm so bad, Jack. And I have the same problem when I play video games. Like playing Red Dead, that's such a huge map. Eventually, I will learn it. But for the first several times I'm playing, you see me opening my map all the time. Like, where the fuck am I? Where am I supposed to be? All right. Oh. Yeah, I'm still having that problem in Medieval Dynasty. It has a pretty decent sized map, but I get so turned around in there. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be going north. Shit, no, I'm supposed to be going south. Damn it. Where the fuck am I supposed to be? It's okay. I like getting lost. Everyone does that. Lady Monkey knows where she's going the first time she gets there, and she never gets lost going there. You can say everyone does it, but she don't. It's quite annoying. Especially with that. No, I'm telling you, that woman knows where she's going, and she can get there every time afterwards. I'm like, we are so opposite. I think that's what the gods got us together for. Like, you need to help him not get lost. Ebony, thank you. Quote, I wear my seatbelt to avoid a ticket. I could care less about flying through a windshield. I love being scared. I eat raw hot dogs and ranch. You weird, N-I-G-G-A.
It's not wrong.
I don't apologize for being me. Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I borrowed a GPS unit for a trip to Utah. When I got to my destination, I was dead in the center of a 6-way intersection.
You have arrived. That was a final destination GPS.
Yeah, I think it was lying to you. Somebody was fucking with you.
Somebody was trying to murder you.
Yeah, if I get desperately lost these days, my phone has the map tracker thingy on it.
That happened to me when I was in Dublin, suburb of Columbus. And yeah. I went to get the map feature on my phone, and I was at 5%.
Oh.
So I just spent 10 minutes driving around until I found where I needed to be. But yeah, it sucked because it killed my phone.
I don't like to use the one on my phone because I have to turn on my location.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
I don't like being able to be found. I want to be found in a box in the woods like God meant for me to be.
I only want to be found if I'm going missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what personal locator beacons are for. And if you're ever going out to a national park or something, take your emergency locator beacon so they can find your corpse.
Nah, screw that. I want my wife to have to describe my distinguishing marks and them to have to locate me by that.
Oh, I have a cunning plan for if I ever get lost. I've been working on this since I was like 14. Did I ever tell you about this?
I don't know.
Okay, so when I was 14, this kid went missing in my area, and he was a special needs kid. And all these people turned out to find him. And you looked at the picture, and I was like, he's tarded. And I was like, wait a minute. Thousands of people showed up to help look for this kid. So every time they took a picture of me in family photos, I was making like faces, so I looked retarded.
Nice.
And there is seriously like 2 decades worth of these photos. So my mom said, why do you always do that? And I explained it to her, and she's like, that's dumb. Who's going to kidnap you? And I was like, wow. I don't know, but I get lost a lot. And you're going to have to find me. And they're going to look a lot harder for that special needs kid than they will for my dumb ass.
Fair enough. No, I with my birthmark where it is, I want Lady Monkey to have to describe it to police. Can you describe the shape?
Thank you again, Frank.
What's it taste like? Go ahead.
Yo, thank you for the donation, Frank. I have a strangely good sense of direction, but when I'm somewhere I haven't been before I register my way around, it's nice. Then I see around that a road that I know, and that feeling is gone. Then I know a new scenic route. Nice. I wish I had a good sense of direction, but I really don't. And thank you, Shio. Gay Halen may have a new deceased number, but it was the death of Johnny Nash of I Can See Clearly Now fame of undisclosed cause, 1940 to 2020. Yeah, that was sad too. Thank you, Shio.
I feel bad for him because he died the day Eddie Van Halen did, so nobody cares about him dying. But yeah, great song. James Colley, thank you. You just want strangers to look at your peen. No, I want this conversation to take place. Did she say it was shaped like Australia? Yeah. We found him. That's all. My birthmark is kind of shaped like Australia.
I did not need to ever know that.
Well, now you do. You can help with the search.
Won't be searching for that. No.
How are you going to know it's me?
Your wallet.
Sometimes I forget to carry it with me.
That's all right. I'll still look for it.
It's probably not this guy. He had no wallet. Moving on.
There was no money in it either.
That's a good chance that it's me. Like we either had to identify him by his penis birthmark or his empty wallet. I don't have any reason to carry cash anymore, Jack. I'm at home all the time.
Oh, that's true.
Anytime I have cash, it goes this way. Frank, do you have any cash on you? Yeah, babe, what you need? One of the kids needs it. Like, oh, here you go. It's usually like they're going to go put gas in the van or something, or they're going to pick up dinner or something for us.
Yeah.
Like, just give them the damn card. Anyway.
Yeah, I never have cash because I'm broke. I always try and pay in cash. Otherwise, I'll just keep spending money.
You need cash to give Grand Monkey. Last time I gave anybody cash personally, other than my wife, to give to someone else, it was to Grand Monkey. She helped me clean up my room a little bit. There was just a little mess in there that I might have made so she could help me clean it up. And I gave her $5 for it.
Nice.
And she ran upstairs, and I came up after her a minute or so later. And my daughter goes, "Where's my money?" I'm like, "At your job." Johnny Hellcat, thank you. Hey, guys, what are you looking for? Australia. Yes, indeed. My penis sings 80s songs.
That's a nightmare that will haunt you forever.
Oh my God. Just look for the guy with gay hair. But look, hey, I could have been partially eaten by a bear, and they liked the hair, so they took it first. Then what?
So we looked for a gay bear.
Then you got to look for the giblets. It's not my fault. That's where my giblet mark is. I thought that was just normal until I got much older and realized, I don't check out other guys' dicks, so I didn't know. It's just one of those things, everybody must have that. Thanks for going with me on that.
I don't know how to respond to any of this.
Eddie Van Halen's now running with the devil. You don't know that. His brother's a preacher, so maybe he got converted.
Caramon had a good one. There's a comes from a land down under joke here.
Somebody made one earlier. That's what made me think of my penis sings.
Is that why you want to have sex with an Aboriginal?
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just born in. It's not me. I was born this way. Huh. And it's Aborigine.
Whatever.
It's Aboriginal people.
Abo people of the Abo. I don't know what they call themselves.
They could always ID you because your ass died from falling downstairs in a forest. I love that so many people make dying on stairs jokes when that's a real possibility.
Oh, I think that's probably how you're going to go out. I fully
Probably.
expect to hear it. That's why you got to move to a ranch house.
Yeah. There's stairs everywhere, Jack. I could die in Philadelphia.
Why would you go to the Rocky Memorial in Philadelphia?
Because it's cool.
Yeah, sure you could go. I'm sure there's a handicap access you could take.
Yeah, but I ain't a puss. I'm going to go up that thing 1 month at a time. Crawling on my belly. Corey, thank you. What if the bear eats your Australia first? Well, it probably will because I got a pretty dick. And be like, oh.
No point in living then. So,
yeah. The devil says Eddie Van Halen is with me. That's all right. We got his music still.
For now, till they're banned for being offensive.
Yeah, if you guys have never seen Hot for Teacher, go check out that video. Don't even listen. I mean, I like the song too, but don't even listen. Just turn it on and watch. You'd be like, oh, yeah, nice. I like how they have the little versions of them in there. Oh, such a good song. Jack, we're only just over an hour and a half, but I do think I'm going to wrap up. Like I said, I wasn't even sure I was going to do this tonight because I am exhausted. Oh, Jack, I got to tell you this because I think I don't know that you'll appreciate it, but I think you'll get a laugh out of it. But before I do that, over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Circus Zero. Well, I almost called Circus Monkey. Foolish Monkey, the soft tissue area are the first area animals tend to eat. You haven't seen my dick, obviously. Your birthmark will be gone before they find your body. Ha! I'll just die with a heart on. How you like me now? Circumvent all your stuff. They'll be like, oh, no, I'm going to choke on that. Where's this gay hair? Ha. So, Jack, I was sleeping last night. And I woke up just because I do. And I roll over in bed to get in a more comfortable position. And Hamilton starts playing in my head. And I actually said this to myself, not now. And it stopped and I went to sleep. I actually had to yell at myself for singing the damn song. And I haven't listened to it in like 2 weeks. It's catchy. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, Monkey's gonna go to sleep. So guys, thanks for coming and hanging out. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are amazing. I love you. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I'll drop a link to my latest video in the chat. And as always, thank you so much for the donations. And of course, damn it, computer. Thanks for everybody for all the you guys do coming out here, liking, sharing, subscribing, watching, donating, all of it. You guys are awesome.
Angry says, well, I guess I get to listen to past game streams for a while, not leaving until he closes, though. That's somebody who's been around before. And yeah, no game stream tonight, guys. I'm crawling my ass into bed. Gamer Vleen, thank you. Monk, look up South Park Van Halen. Very predictive. It's like 10 years old, too. I saw the clip you put out there. It's from the episode where they find, what is it, a spotted cow, and the Jews and the Muslims and the Christians all get together because it's predicted by the scriptures that'll happen and bring peace. And then they get 10 years of Van Halen.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Ex-Boba Hotep, thank you so much. Don't forget to start your download. Oh, shit, yeah. I will need to do that. Jack, when we're done talking, remind me to do that shit.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be unlike me to forget. But, guys, thanks for watching. Jack, thank you for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Nuts likes to make bad polls about